Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and I've got a problem with my tractor. Tonight we're going to see if we can figure out what that problem is and hopefully fix it. Now, I've got no idea if this is just some minor little thing we're going to fix real quick, or if my tractor is going to be out of service and, at the dealership, or I just don't know what this is going to entail, but I'm kind of optimistic. So the story of what happened is I was out running the tractor, and I started to smell a little bit of a burning smell. Not like overwhelming, just a little bit. And I thought, what is that? And I kind of stopped and I looked around the tractor and I didn't see anything wrong. I thought it could be something else in the area that we were working in, not coming from, my machine. And so I took that load of dirt over and I dumped that load of dirt and I looked down on my right-hand side and there was just a little bit of smoke coming out where my control levers are for the rear remotes. And oh, darn, something is fried here. I shut it off. And that still may be the case. But I shut the tractor off, I got off, and there was a fluid leak, hydraulic fluid coming out. It was all over the back of the tractor. It was under the tractor. I started looking around, and it looked like it's coming out of this fender compartment. So this fender right here has like this hollow box that I think just has some wiring and some hoses and stuff in it. And then on top is where all the controls are mounted. And I'm thinking it's a possibility that maybe there's a hydraulic line that goes up to one of my control levers, and maybe that line just came loose. But what would cause smoke out of that? I don't know if oil's shooting onto some electronics or something, so I'm concerned I could have a bigger problem. But let's find out. So it looks like there's just 3 bolts right here that hold this black piece on, but I've never taken it off. And I think I saw a video where someone was adding these mud flap extenders onto their fender here, and like it was a big ordeal to take this off. But it's only one way to find out. So let's see what we get into. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where I got the idea that this was hard to remove. Maybe it's the other side. I think the other side has the gas tank. It looks like there's 2 bolts in the front, and then on the back you've got a stud with a nut and a washer. It's kind of interesting to get in here and get access to see what we've got. Obviously never looked under here. I've had a couple complaints about the way these levers, the way the controls are on these levers, and it might be something that I could make an adjustment to, because everything is clearly visible here. So that's the remote that has the detent. Alright, so let's see if we can see anything up there that's damaged. So this has me optimistic. I can see all these fittings. I would guess one of these is leaking, and either it's a fitting that needs replaced or it's something that needs tightened up. I've actually got at least 2 other problems on the tractor that need fixed, so this still may be out of service for a little while. But I guess the only way to tell is we'll get the camera zoomed in on this and then start the tractor, because it was spewing. We got a little bit of a fluid leak right here, but not a lot. Okay, so I had to raise it. Man, it smells like something burning, which is weird. But so fluid is spewing out a hole in this line right here, which feels like a metal line. How would it have How would it have a fluid leak in this metal line that's completely enclosed? I mean, all of this is inside that plastic tub. Nothing could have ever, got up here and hit this. That is really confusing to me how that could have happened. I guess it doesn't matter that much how it happened, but it's got to be fixed. Now, the other problem I had was hearing a squeaking noise that, if I was guessing, was a wheel bearing. Not constant, but about half the time when I'm driving, I just hear this little chirp, like squeak, squeak, That was a great... I bet just by the way I replicated that noise, you'll know exactly what it was. But it seemed like I may have a bad wheel bearing on this side. And the other thing is, I've got a bent linkage down here. If you can see right here, that this is clearly bent right there. So we have that bent, we have the fluid leak, we probably have a bad wheel bearing. What else? Seemed like there was one more thing. Oh yeah, there is a little shroud that covers the front U-joint, and the bolts are broke out of it, or missing. They're not probably broke, they're missing. So that one I could fix myself, but I don't know about this line. Yeah, that line goes up and around and turns and back, and then down the back of the tractor, and then back up and connects to the line that I take on and off when connecting to the backhoe. So I'm not going to be able to replace that. If I can't do that, I'm going to take the tractor in and see how much of this, if any of it, is under warranty, get a price from them on all of it, and go from there. I thought this video was going to be more interesting than it probably is at this point. But man, if you have any thoughts on if you've ever had a wheel bearing go out on one of these kind of tractors, is it like a wheel bearing in a truck? Or if you have any idea, how would you rupture, what would cause a rupture on a hydraulic line like that to just happen up in the middle of nothing, where it's completely protected? If it was down under the tractor, you say, okay, I hit that with a rock or something, but no way I could have. Anyway, might have been kind of a boring video because not that much happened, but for right now, my tractor's down and I can't run it. So I appreciate you taking time to watch the video. Put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.